Hello, everybody. I want to thank you all for visiting us today. My name is Romonica Jones, and I am the editor-in-chief of www.liveblessedblog.weebly, that's spelled weebly.com. I want to thank you all so much for coming in to spend time with us today. When you visit our website, you will realize that we are family. We are family, okay? So whenever you do visit our website, come kick your shoes off, get you a cup of coffee, get you something to drink, make yourself at home because we will be there for the long haul, spending time with each other, loving each other, caring for each other, uplifting each other, motivating each other, inspiring each other, and just more than anything, our motto is keeping it positive. I am a licensed counselor, and I'm also the executive director of Eclectic Counseling Services. We do have that counseling agency where I am the executive director, and it is off of Elysian Fields in New Orleans, Louisiana. So if you are ever in the area, come on, stop by. We'd be glad to shake hands with you, show you some love, and even if you are interested in any of our services, go to that website and look at our services, see if you can benefit from those services, or even see if anyone that you know can benefit from those services. We are family, and we would definitely be glad, more than glad, ecstatic to have you. So thank you all for coming today. My name is Romonica Jones, and I am a licensed counselor, and today we're actually going to talk about self-esteem. This is our first video for our official YouTube channel, and this is our second media message for our Live Blessed blog. Weebly.com. After all, when in a minute, after some time here, we'll be able to say that together. You'll be saying it with me, www.liveblessedblog.weebly.com. So in a minute, you'll have it down pat. But until then, I'll hold it down and until you get it down pat. Once again, I am Romonica Jones, and we're going to just jump right on into this topic today. Today, we're talking about self-esteem. On the website, we have 10 different signs of self-esteem. We even have a page that we are referring you to go and take the self-esteem test. Take the test. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. And if you're one of those people, oh, I know I don't have an issue with that. That's not me. That's not who I am. Take the test, and guess what? Let the results speak for itself, okay? Even I took the test, so I'm not a scaredy cat. I took the test. So if y'all can take it with me. Leave your comments, leave your opinions, give me some feedback. You have my email. We can discuss it, okay? So let's jump right on in. Self-esteem today. First of all, self-esteem is not what other people say about us. It is how we esteem, how we view ourselves, how we esteem ourselves, and it is self-esteem. So it is how we ourselves esteem ourselves. How do we value ourselves? What do we say we are worth? You know, what standards and values do we place on ourselves, okay? And what standards and values do we place on other people to even be in our presence or even be in friendship or in relationship with us? Because when you value yourself, it is just some people that you don't spend time around as far as with the negativity. There is some relationships where they're just so one-sided, you know, to where the other person don't value you, or they, you know, don't have anything positive to say, or they're always looking to give and they, you know, to take, and they're never giving, and you're just feeling drained. There's some relationships that when you have self-esteem, those relationships just can't do anything for you, okay? So today we want to talk about self-esteem. First of all, I want to say that a lot of us, we think that the people with low self-esteem are the people that, you know, grew up in a group home. Those people are strippers. Those people are drug addicts. You know what? We really like to distance ourselves from from that self-esteem image. And the way we do that is by placing just horrible, very horrible characteristics to low self-esteem. And what we do is we distance it from us by saying that's not who we are, because people with that are all, just cast downs, and that's how we feel better with coping with the self-esteem that we do have, because we try to distance ourselves from it. And I'm here to tell you that low self-esteem is in your alcoholics, and it's also in your workaholics. Low self-esteem is not just in the clubs, it's on the job. It's not just in your shopping areas where you have shopaholics, but guess what? It's in your churches. Low self-esteem is dressed up with Sunday hats and Sunday suits. Low self-esteem are your teachers and your students. They're your construction workers and your leaders. Can I say it? They're your supervisors and your supervisees. Low self-esteem does not discriminate. It does not have a race. It does not have a color. It does not have a creed. It does not have a shape. Low self-esteem is across the board one of the unknown diseases that we all battle with. And what do? We put a smile on and we distance ourselves. And we say, oh no, I'm not going through that because things are perfect in my household. And we go into that place of denial. And we put on that face like we have it all together. Not knowing that if we kept it real with each other, you could heal me in one area and I could heal you in another area, and we can put this self-esteem underneath our feet, and we can know our true identity, who God has called us and created us to be. We can go and move mountains. We can reach our destiny, reach our purpose, and we cannot have lack, because lack is oftentimes attached to an identity issue. You lack because you don't have the confidence in yourself to go out for the job promotion. You don't have the confidence in yourself to start your own business. You don't have the confidence in yourself to apply for that position, or even to go to the model's opening call or the actor's opening call. You don't have the confidence in yourself to pursue what deep down inside you know you were created to pursue. And when that fear and lack of self-esteem and lack of confidence overpower your purpose, because you know you're called into these areas, but you fear rejection so much, or you fear that if it's not perfect, people are going to reject me, and that fear and that low self-esteem overpowers what you were called and created to do, there lies the definition of frustration. And you're not happy, and you're not satisfied, and nothing is enough for you because you have a battle going on in the inside. My brothers and sisters, sit down, get comfortable, because we're going to work this thing out. And guess what? We're going to have some messages to come on this. This is a long, long road. And I want to join this road with you if you will allow me to. Because when I tap into who I was called and created to be, it changed my life forever. It completely changed who I am, what I think about myself, and what do I even feel that I'm capable of even doing. And so I want you to take this journey with me, and I want you to come on board this self-esteem train so that you can get rid of lack in your life, so that you can get rid of frustration in your life, so that everything that people say and everything that they do, you won't have to take it personal. It won't be a blow to your identity, because you'll know who you are. You'll know that you're not what people call you. You're not who they say that you are. And I'm reminded of this time when I was 12 years old. And I just looked awkward, y'all. I just looked awkward. My face had not filled out yet, so I had this little bitty face on just a very pencil thin body, and my ears had not kind of filled in yet, and I had this deep voice, and all the kids would laugh at me and just make fun of me about my deep voice. And what if I would have based my identity on that event? What if I would have based my identity on that awkward moment? Because y'all, we do that. We base our identity on the fact that the husband left, which means that we're not worthy. We wasn't enough to make him stay. That's what we tell ourselves. All of that is negative cognitive thoughts. Those are negative thought patterns that are inaccurate, and they are self-destructing. And we base our identity on the fact that we did not get the promotion. And we base our identity on the fact that we were not the favorite child. And no matter what we did, we could not get mother's attention. And then dad was not there. And so we base our identity on the people that walked away and the people who wasn't the best at being what they were called to be, because maybe they even had lack of voice in their own lives. But we base our identity on these awkward moments. We base our identity on the boyfriend that walked away. And then don't talk about we get on Facebook and we YouTube who he's dating now. And then we start comparing. And how many of you know that our identity does not change based on what the husband did? It does not change based on what the boyfriend does. It does not change because of the mother might have favored a sibling that was not you. It does not change because of the fact that dad walked away and did not stay and was not there to raise you. That does not make you less lovable. It does not. We should not base our self-esteem on the fact that somebody maybe raped us and they did something horrible and terrible to us. And then we give them the power to take our future because they did so much damage in our past. And my heart goes out, and I'm very, my heart just goes out, and I'm saddened by that, just to even mention it. But I want to mention it because we're allowing other people to rape our emotions, rape our identity, rape how we feel about ourselves, rape what we think about ourselves, because we didn't get the promotion and dad didn't stay, and we may not have the perfect children, and we may not all live in Mulberry's perfect house, and we allow our car to determine who we are. If our car is not the finest, then that means that we're not the finest. And we allow our shoes being name brand or not to determine who we are and how to identify us. And the truth is, none of those things matter. Let's make a decision today to, number one, know who we are. And number two, not allow things that do not define us to define who we are. You might be asking yourself, and my heart goes out to those of us who have been through some rough moments. You might have even suffered a mental breakdown. You might have had a heart attack, a stroke, and your body, can't function the way that it used to function. And your husband might have left you, and your wife might have left you just at a hard time. And your finances is not where you would have them to be. And maybe you did go through the tragedy of somebody raping you. And I want to tell you that all of those events are not powerful enough to change the fingerprint on your finger that God uniquely gave just you when He called you out and said that I'll give you this unique fingerprint as a sign of how unique you are. None of those events are powerful enough to take away the spirit and the soul that is within you. Because number one, you're still standing. You are still out here thirsting, listening to a positive broadcast, wanting to be fed positivity because something in you is still hopeful. You have not thrown up the towel. You could have given up like so many others did, but you're still believing in love. You are still hopeful for a healing to your body. Every day you're getting up and you're fighting and you're praying and you're believing and you have not given up. You're still going. All of those things identify the strength that's in you. It identifies the tenacity that is within you. It identifies the hope that is within you. And more than anything, it identifies the power that is within you. Power that even your rapist couldn't touch. Power that even the way you were raised couldn't damage. Power that even native people, naysayers, could not reach. Power that though you didn't even get the job promotion, your job could not touch. Power that even when your boyfriend or your girlfriend walked away, they could not reach. Power that even when your kids are not perfect, that cannot change the power of the person that is inside of you. For that I celebrate you right now, and I give you praise. I praise you right now just for hanging in there and for all the strength within us that we often overlook or downplay. I want to tell you right now, where would I be if I let my insecurities at 12 years old, because of the deep voice that I had not yet fit my body. I had this deep voice in this small body. What if I was still insecure and I was that insecure 12-year-old girl? I would have forfeited the gift that was in my voice. The gift that I am a motivational speaker. I am a singer. And it takes that voice for me to be what I'm called to be. So I now embrace the thing that people or little kids made fun of. What is it in your life that you should be embracing? Because it is different and it is unique to no one but you. What are you allowing people to make you feel embarrassed about or shameful about when really it is a testimony of your strength and your tenacity? It is a testimony of your purpose and your destiny and your calling. What are those things are we allowing people to put us down for and make us feel shame of ourselves? And look at the people who are putting us down. Where is their millions of dollars? Where is their Fortune 500 company? Where is their success? Where is their great grand character? Where is their leadership? You know what? Do you not consider the source? Consider the source of these people. Because oftentimes, the people that walked away, it was because they were not strong enough, or man enough, or woman enough, or mature enough, or called enough to encompass who you are in your full totality. Those things were not a reflection of you. It was a reflection of their weakness. It was a reflection of the fact that they were not called to be there. It was a reflection of the fact that your life was called into a season to change. That maybe they had lived out the time that they were meant to be there, and maybe it was somebody else's time. So a greater time was on the way. A greater person that you're supposed to be with. The real mate that you're supposed to, that's really called by God to be your husband and to be your wife. Sometimes those things are not a reflection of us, though we take our responsibility in whatever part that we play, but the events and how they play out are not a reflection of us at all. So if they are not a reflection of us, why should they become our identity? It is not a reflection of us that father walked out, or mother walked out, or mental illness took over, or heart attack or stroke sometimes played a part. Sometimes those things are not a reflection of us. If someone comes in and violates your space or violates your body, those things are a reflection of those negative people. It's a reflection of their sickness, their illness. From this day forth, I beg that you would not take responsibility for other people's problems. The kids that made fun of me when I was 12 years old, that was not a reflection of me. It was their lack of insight into my purpose and into my destiny. It was their lack of wisdom at that age that they did not know that the same voice they was making fun of would be the same voice that will cause me and have me to speak before you all today. So do not take those things inwardly. Do not let them penetrate your inner soul, your inner man. Do not base your life on awkward moments of a miscarriage, or awkward moments where somebody close to you passed away, or awkward moments where you didn't have a job and so you're feeling less than a man, or awkward moments when you look back at your life and you see it did not go the way that you called it that you wanted it to be. Don't base your life on those events, for events change. Don't base your identity on things for your past, because it does not determine where you're going. So then the question becomes, if I cannot base my identity on my mate, if I can't base it on my finances or my shoes or my car or my clothes or how perfect that my children are doing, then what do I base my identity on? And I'm here to tell you, let's read what the Bible says. You know, these people, we're trusting what they're saying about us. They're not even worthy to give us our identity. They're lost and don't have their own identity. Let's see what the good word says right here in Psalms 139:14. It says, I will praise thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are thy works, and that my soul knoweth right well. Let's read that again. It says, I will praise thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are thy works, and that my soul knoweth right well. What that is saying is that we are all fearfully and wonderfully made, and marvelous are the works of God's hands when He made us. Who are we to say that God's hands was not marvelous when He made us? Who are we to look down on ourselves and look down on our lives and say, could have did better? God knew what He was doing when He created us. And marvelous was the works of His hands when He did. Also, God has made us and created us in His image. So when we say that we're too big or we're too small or our voice is too deep or we're too awkward, we're too this, we're too that, we're too broke, we're too that, we are challenging God's creation. We are challenging that His hands was marvelous when He made us. And we're saying, no, they weren't. What is that to say to God? I'm reminded of a story, and let's just say that we have a child. And let's say that this child is at the age to move into their own room, and we go all out for their room. And let's say they are princess. They love the princess character. So we put the princess ribbons hanging from the ceiling, and princess lamps, and princess pencils, and princess laptop, and princess desk, and princess bed and princess shoes, and pictures of our daughter on the closet dressed up in princess attire and princess phone and princess table and tea set and princess toys and princess posters and princess everywhere. And we spend time and we spend money and we spend energy, and our daughter walk in that room and we open up the door for her and we say, surprise, this is your new room. And she walks in and says, how hurt would we be as parents to know that our child is not grateful, or to know that all our time and work and energy went in vain? And I wonder if that is how God feels. When we go into the anatomy of the body, just the biology that goes into it, how the neurons and the synapses work together in the nerve system, and even, even been thought of some electrical current, somehow has a part in there, and how the body has a built-in immune system to heal itself, and there's a digestive system, and even a reproductive system, to where we're able to produce other beings, and just all of those things that even the most elaborate